We wanted to have a title that related to the good majority of the themes that are on the album, which are mostly medical themes, you know, sickness and death and rebirth and having to be restrained in a bed with an IV in your arm and being sick all the time. You know, I for some reason see connection between death and life and being sick all the time, and I'm just kind of obsessed with it, so I had to get it out of my system. I would say it's more biographical of the way I felt a few years ago, to tell you the truth. It's not really as personal as a lot of people would like it to be. I actually had some themes on this album that don't have anything to do with my life at all. So, in a way, yeah, for a few songs.
And I like the record, and the record sounds like Nirvana. It doesn't sound like Nirvana in the studio. It sounds like Nirvana in the room, you know. It sounds exactly like the band. And that's why I like it, because it's not.
I kind of envy people at times who are blissfully happy, and a lot of those people aren't bothered with the complications of knowledge and everything else that life has to offer. You know, I know a lot of people who are simpletons, you know, they're very simple, that they can enjoy their lives and be totally happy and secure with, you know, just watching sports on television and having a beer every once in a while, you know. So, and I've always felt too complicated, so I kind of envy those people. And I'm not saying that I'm smarter than most people, it's just that I'm too sensitive, and I wish sometimes I could just enjoy the simple things in life, you know, and just not forget about everything else. I'm a great father.
Damn it.
Damn it. Aren't I? No, I love my child. It's really fun. Really fun. I had no idea. Yeah, it has. It's made me a lot more positive, you know. I have a goal now, you know. I have a child to raise, and so that gives me more reason to want to live, you know.
No, we didn't call him gay, because I don't think we'd ever use gay in a derogatory term, you know what I mean? It's weird. There's like some kind of weird feud that started. I think Axl started talking some nonsense on stage in Florida, said some mean things, and then when we were at the MTV Music Awards, Kurt and Courtney said something to him. Like, I think Kurt was holding their baby, and Courtney said, like, Axl, you're going to be the godfather. You're going to be the godfather. And he got mad, and he told him to shut up. And then one thing led to another. It's really silly. And then we said some nasty things about him at this show in Portland, Oregon. It was a benefit show for the No on 9, this measure that was going to discriminate against homosexuals in Oregon. Some fascist law, you know what I mean? Franco would have been proud. But, and then what happened? And then he said some bad stuff about us on stage in Seattle, but he got booed because he couldn't get away with that in our town. And we haven't heard anything else from him, and it's basically really silly stuff, you know. I think it's kind of funny, and if I can instigate more stuff, I will, just for the heck of it, you know. I'd like to meet him. I've met him once briefly, you know. Hi, how are you? And that's it. But I'd like to meet with him and maybe discuss things, resolve a few things, maybe engage in some kind of dialogue. Maybe we can have some negotiations mediated by David Geffen in his office, you know. We'll have our list of demands, and they'll have their list of demands, and we'll just do some process of elimination. We'll find some common ground, and we'll have it'll probably hold like a Sarajevo ceasefire, but it'll be worth a try. Any kind of comparison is just kind of weird, you know what I mean? I mean, are they comparing us on the basis that we're a trio? Do I look like Sting? I mean, you know, it just boils down to it's all rock and roll. It's a guitar, bass, and drums, and a vocal, and, you know, it sure doesn't sound like Bach or techno or something, you know. It's like kind of rock and roll music, so people are going to compare you to anything because people need a reference point, you know what I mean? Or they're just reaching out in an empty space. You got to grab onto something and then take it from there, you know.
Por algún motivo veo una conexión entre la vida y la muerte y estar enfermo todo el día, y estoy un poco obsesionado con todo eso. Cuando me deprimo mucho hago la estúpida equivocación de escuchar a Leonard Cohen, lo cual me deprime aún más. Me gusta mucho Leonard Cohen, es maravilloso. Me gusta mucho Sartre, sí, así es como se pronuncia. Me gusta mucho Beckett. ¿No es francés? Samuel Beckett. Es una canción marchosa, no es deprimente, pero el tema es muy serio. Es una canción anti-violación. Decidí ser muy crudo sobre ello y en vez de escribir una canción sobre una violación, decidí componer y pensé, estoy componiendo una canción sobre la violación. O sea, que titúlala Viólame y di Viólame y dilo muchas veces.